Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. In this short video I'll show you how to create a lovely glass terrarium in 4 simple steps. So in terms of what you'll need, you will obviously need a glass ball. It can be of any size, it can be open or closed, so you can easily recycle an empty glass ball that you've got in your house. So that's number 1. Number 2, you need some pebbles. And what the pebbles do is they help drain the water from the soil, so there's no excess water sitting in the soil, which if happens can cause rotting. So that's important. It also serves as a decorative element on the very top layer. So that's your pebbles. I've got these from IKEA. I'll put all the links for these things in the description. You'll also need a thin layer of active charcoal, which will help keep the water fresh and also fight off bacteria in the terrarium. And then finally you will need some soil and obviously the plants you're going to put in the terrarium. I've chosen succulents. I do love succulents. I use succulents as favours for my wedding. They're very nice looking and they last for very long. So I've picked these 2 from IKEA again, and these are the ones I'm going to use. When you pick succulents or plants for your terrarium, make sure you're not overcrowding the glass terrarium, because it won't help the plants particularly, and also it will look overcrowded. So these are all the elements you need. Obviously make sure you prepared the surface, you're not going to get anything dirty, and we'll get going. First off, that's our ball. So we start with the pebbles. Obviously make sure you're gentle with these because you're emptying that in a glass ball. One thing I forgot to mention, you probably need some gloves, depending on how posh you are. I prefer to use gloves just to keep my hands clean. Okay. So, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my hand rather than just throw these in to avoid breaking the glass. These nice assorted pebbles that I got from IKEA will serve the purpose. All you need at the bottom layer is really a thin layer to help with draining the soil. Then number 2, we're going to get the charcoal. Probably use this to scoop up. That's probably more than enough. So next we're going to move the plants in. And I'm going to use the soil that's actually with the plants. That's probably going to be more than enough. So I'm going to start with this one. Again, if you're using any prickly succulents, then gloves would come in handy. This one isn't particularly prickly, so it's fine. So I'm going to take this one out first. I'm going to try and put this in the center because it looks really nice. Okay, that's where it's important not to show the wife what I'm doing, because I'm doing this indoors in my study and all the mess. Not going to earn you a lot of brownie points, but hey ho, we'll go ahead. Right, so probably need to, because it's tricky with the narrow opening, so what I probably need to do is to crumble some of the soil with my hands. So that's fine, now we've got a bit of soil. That's fine. I'm going to try and move this to the side probably while I get the other one in, and then I can move it round again. So that's my second succulent. Okay, so similar problem. because of the opening of the glass ball. Obviously, if you've got a glass ball that has a wider opening, it makes it so much easier. I clearly didn't think this through. Never mind. Have a look. If I have to resort to just one, it will probably be okay. But let's see. Just oops. Okay, don't tell my wife I did all of that in the study. But she does know, but don't tell her about a mess. What do you think about this? I think it looks okay. I'm just wondering whether to just use one or use both of them. Okay, let's look. Make sure it's level as well, because it's obviously it's a circular ball, so it's wanting to wobble. Having a look. I wonder if I should just use the one. I think I'm probably going to do that. So I'm going to use all the soil from this, and I can work on this on a separate pot, keep it alive if I can, and then keep this one as the centre of the ball, and I think it will look nice still. So that's fine. That's going to be my plan. Remember, that was the tip I said earlier on about making sure it's not too crowded, because if it's too crowded then it's not going to look nice and it's not going to help the plant. I've got a stash of more pebbles from somewhere else that I've got to use, because I think I'll need a bit more. Try and make it look clean. To do that, I'm going to borrow one of my watercolour brushes. I'm going to try and clean all the debris from my succulent, because it needs to look nice. That's the whole point of the terrarium, otherwise there's no point putting in a glass ball. So I'm going to try and clean it as much as possible. Right, so that's our terrarium. I think it looks nice, and I'm pleased that I just went with the one, because otherwise it would have looked super crowded. So yeah, that's it. Follow the steps. Got all the products in the description apart from the glass ball, because I had one already. And enjoy.